Hello and welcome to a new Game of Thrones mod roleplay series. We're going to be starting as a man with a mission. The mission is to take over the entirety of the Seven Kingdoms for the Lord of the Light. To do this, he has been given a list of potential sympathizers, and he has himself gathered a band of exiles to make up his council. He has some land near Weeping Town, and we're going to set up his council to start. So, our man is Thomas Ashe. He's kind of an ambitious zealot who's very shrewd and has lots of plans. He's the kind of person who'll make a plan for every situation. He'll decide exactly how he wants something to happen, and then several years later you'll see it fall into place exactly as he predicted. He is a very, very smart kind of web weaver, and this is what we're going to try and emulate in this game. We're going to try and be like a proper kind of web weaving person. We're going to have connections to all over Westeros. We're going to try and push people's causes, and basically our goal is to have every province in the game under the control of R'hllor. So, let's start by setting up our council. Our Castilian is our only set up member of our council, and he is entirely unsuitable as he's Faith the Seven. So goodbye Castilian, we need a new one. We're going to put in Valasar Redmoon, who I believe is a bastard of the Arryns. Yes he is. So we will put him in there. We need a Justicar, and we're going to put in Rhaenar Hesser Quadar, who is one of our few followers who have come from Essos. We're going to need a Master of Arms. We're going to put in Thor Clegane, a bastard of the Mountain himself. We're going to put in a treasurer, and the treasurer is going to be Josh Strong, whose house used to control Harrenhal, I believe. We're going to put in a spy master. Spy master is going to be Thomas Rain. He managed to escape from Tywin's wrath when he decided to kill all of the Rains over in the Westlands. We need a new maester, and our maester unfortunately has to be Faith the Seven, but that's something we can't decide. And we need a red priest, which we don't have any of. So first things first, we'll send word back overseas that they didn't send us a priest. Holy priest, we now have Cathane. Yeah, he'll do. Excellent. And we'll just knock him in there as priest. We have to give them tasks, so he will send our priest to convert, because our land is currently Faith the Seven, when it should really be R'hllor. We need our spy masters to do something. We're probably going to get them to build a spy network at some point, so we'll leave that where it is. We need to collect taxes. We need to train troops. We do need to improve opinions at some point, which we'll do later. And we also need to pacify a province, because that'll give us even more troops. It gives us a maximum of about 1.4, which isn't very impressive, but it's enough to stop people attacking us for just now. We also need to pick an ambition. We're going to pick the ambition Get Married, and we need to pick a focus. We're going to pick Intrigue. Now, we have minor titles to grant, but I think we should get married first. We're going to pick one of the R'hllor followers who came with us. So we're going to go My Religion. We're going to go Gender Woman. That gives us these two options. We're going to choose either Dana or Jane. Dana is a little bit mad. And they're both master seducers and both lustful. And we decide which one we're going to go with. Which one gives us the better... It's given that it's hard to choose between them, we'll just choose whichever one gives us the better stats. Better stats would definitely be Dana, because she gives us the intrigue. And it's basically, do we want 2 intrigue over 1 diplomacy? So we'll go with Dana currently. Although she is a little bit mad, there's nothing wrong with being a little bit mad. We will marry her. Right, there we go. Perfect. Okay, that's our marriage situation sorted out. We need to select a minor title. We need to designate our regent. I think we're just going to put in our high priest as our regent, who should be at the bottom of the list. There we go. We need bodyguards. We're just going to put in whoever has the highest dual skill multiplier, who I believe is mostly the people who are up at the top here. Yeah, pretty much people who are up at the top here. Just doing this so that if we get into a duel, we won't die, because we're fairly bad at dueling. Being more of the sneaky type rather than the stabby type of intrigue person. Right, we got some 12s, we got some 11s, so we'll put in you, and we'll put in you. There we go. That gives us a proper proper set of bodyguards. And we need to set up our commanders. Our commanders we'll put in as just people who have good commander stats. So probably Robert Aaron and Brandon Snow. That'll work. Good. Right. We have no heir. No problem. We have title loss on succession. No problem. So to convert, we need to work out where we want to convert first. And I think we should focus on the Stormlands. The Stormlands, the reason I think we should focus here is this is where we start. And if we could get some support around here, that would definitely go a long way to, well, making sure that we survive a little bit longer. Now, we have, if we go down the list here, I believe the Stormlands people start in our list at Victor Mertens. Yes, there we go, Victor Mertens. That's the start of our Stormlander group. And we'll just have a look through each of them and see how close they are to getting the throne. And we'll see, well, not throne, whatever title they're closest to getting. We'll see who we want to focus on. Victor Mertens is 6th in line to Mistwood. Mistwood is actually underneath the same liege as us, which is very useful. Converting him could be a good, or converting that title over could be very, very useful for us. We then have Jack Baratheon, who is from a different line of the Baratheons, but he's probably more useful later. He's in line at some point to the Iron Throne, but there's still a few people in the way. We then have Oris Barath, who is a bastard of Robert, who probably won't be that useful straight away, but could be useful later. We have Dale Stedmont, who is in line to, what's it called? In line to Broad Arch, which he's like 4th in line, 3rd in line. That's actually very close. He could be very useful. And Broad Arch isn't that far away from where we start. Could be useful to have an ally over there. We then have Duran Dondarrion, who is 4th in line to the Lordship of Blackhaven. Yup. Which could be another place we want to check out. We then have, next one, Kenneth Evenfall, who has a weak claim on Lordship of Tarth, but is a bastard, so has nothing else really. And then we have Duncan Swan, who is in line to Redwatch. How far down is he? He's 3rd in line, which isn't too bad overall. 3rd in line, we could easily get that to happen. So who do we want to focus on? Probably Duncan Swan, Dale Stedmont, Duran Dondarrion, and Victor Mertens. Out of those, I think we're closest to getting Dale in charge, because Dale is currently 3rd in line, which isn't too bad at all. And what we're going to do about it? Well, we have some options. I think we may try and kill the people in the way. Just go with traditional here. So what's the chances of killing Lord Alzandor? Not very high. What about killing his son? What are the chances of that? Again, not very high. How about killing Arik? Not very high indeed. So we're just going to have to spy on these people one at a time. So we'll spy on Lord Alzandor. Do that. Maybe we'll plot inside our own little realm here. Now, we know that our liege... right, let's have a look at our liege. Let's have a look at our liege's house. It's fairly large. There's a lot of living members, so we're unlikely to be able to kill them off to the point where we could potentially, like, get the duchy back to Renly and then take, like, put a claim in for it ourselves. So we're going to want our liege to like us. Where is our liege's mainland? It's in Estamont. So we will send our councillor over there to improve diplomatic relations. Good. Given that we don't really have a lot of other stuff to do, we may want to build a spy network, which increases the likelihood of our intrigue events against them, or scheme. Scheming could be useful. How about we scheme in Mistwood right now, and we'll see if we can do anything with the Mertens. So, we don't have a lot towards their plots. We could try and fabricate some treason going on here. Do we have a lot towards any plot to kill here? My guess is we're probably not going to have a lot towards any plots to kill. Not really at all. None here. Bonifer. None there. Okay. So, instead of plotting to kill, Fabricate Treason also doesn't give us a lot of good options here either. It's just 50% chance on both of them. No, let's Fabricate Treason. Let's see what we can do with that. See whether maybe we can get him deposed and and for it to go down to one of his sons. We'll try a different tact on that one and see if there is anybody who's close to wanting to join the plot. No, nobody is close, but we'll see. We'll just leave it there. Oh wait, that only has people, that only has lords or landed people. Does the other plot have other people in it, or are they both just landed people? Oh, this one has even less options. We really don't have a great chance there. We could send for faceless men, though. Not really something I want to do. I guess we'll just leave our plots for just now and let time move on. Seems like an alright option. Yeah, we'll just let time move on. We'll stick with our one spying on plan and get married. Okay. So, the war is started between the Greyjoys and King Robert, because we are starting in the Greyjoy Rebellion. The Greyjoys are probably going to lose pretty badly, but, you know, it happens. We fulfilled the ambition to get married. I and my trusted Snoops and Sneaks will keep a very close eye on the activities of Lord Alexander of Broadarch, a close eye indeed. See what secrets he's hiding. And then we get this thing here. To the most excellent Lord Thomas, peace be with you. I'd like to offer you a seat at my council and thereby offer you the title of Seneschal. I think we'll accept. That's good. Lord Thomas Ashe and Lady Dana Valerian have got married. It's now customary for a dowry to be paid to the groom's house, but there is no one to pay it. Okay, we are going to hold a little bit of a wedding. Definitely. It costs basically all our money to do that, but that's fine. It makes people like us, which is something that we'd want to do. I've given the orders for a grand ceremony and feast to be hosted in Weeping Town in order of Lord Thomas Ashe, in honor of Lord Thomas Ashe and Lady Dana Valerian's wedding. Let the preparations begin. I suppose I should have checked where she is in her family. So she is the sister of the current Lord of Driftmark. So perhaps we could get like a non-aggression thing going there, and see whether we could perhaps get an ally with Driftmark. I don't suppose they'd want to ally with us, but we'll see. Now, I have changed some of the rules in the, this mod has a whole bunch of different rules. I don't know if we can check them here. Game rules. There we go. I have changed it so that interfaith marriages can be open. And the reason I did this is basically that means that we could marry into other Westeros houses, given that most of them aren't followers of R'hllor to start with. So, just a small note. I will go over some of that. We're going to do a meta episode at the end of the week where we'll go over all of the courtiers who have been added. In case you didn't know, all the courtiers on the right hand side here were added by viewers, and if you're interested, there is a description, there is a video in the description below which will tell you more about it and how you can get involved. So, let's host this wedding, and we'll talk about all of that stuff at the end of the week in kind of our sum up episode. Let's not spend a lot on our wedding, because we can't spend any more than that anyway without going bankrupt. We have a conjurer come to us, but again, we can't afford it, so we're not going to look at him. We have sent off our invitations to our brothers-in-law and our vassal. Our vassal has decided not to come. He thanks us for the invitation, but he will not be able to attend the wedding. In fact, he refuses to set foot in the same castle as us. You know what we could do? We could try and get rid of our vassal. He is a little bit of a problem. If we fabricated evidence that he's a traitor, that could allow us to rightfully take the land from him. Seems like a good idea. We'll invite our plotters, which will be a lot of people, hopefully. Yes, okay, we've got Oris Valerian, our brother-in-law, has backed us. We got Thor. We have Torin, we have Valasar, and we have Cathane. Oris Valerian. Okay. Follower of R'hllor. I'm trying to think whether maybe he's got... No, I think he's right. I was working out whether I'd messed up in creation, but I think I have two people called Oris. My treasurer, Josh Strong, has expressed a desire to get married to ask for permission to find a suitable spouse. Marry as you please. So... Oh, is he married anyone? Nope, he's not... I said marry as you please, but he hasn't married anyone. Interesting. We'll check back on him in a little bit and see if he finds anyone. My co-conspirators have fabricated evidence that Master Terence is planning a revolt against me. I'll circulate evidence among my vassals, and they'll support my actions against the traitors. 80% chance it succeeded. My vassals were completely fooled by the fabricated evidence of Master Terence's treason. I am now free to act against them. We have succeeded in our plot. Let's try and get rid of him. So, he currently has 1k men. We currently have 8k, but if we raise up ours first, I think we've got a good chance of things going very well for us. Oh, we need to pick an ambition. Have a son, because we need an heir, and that increases that chance of happening. we're going to raise up all of our men, including our vassals' men. And we're going to put some... Well, can we spread out this a little bit better? No, we cannot. We're going to put in our 2 commanders. One of them will be our inspiring leader. And the other one will be Robert Aaron. And then we're going to try and imprison this guy. Or can we revoke his title? No. So we have to imprison. 50% chance of success. Let's do it. Let's see if it works. It did not work. We are now at war with them. Okay, we don't quite have enough to siege, which is actually very awkward that we don't have enough to siege. Not entirely sure what we're going to do about that, but okay. The wedding day is upon us, so I will soon be wed to Lady Dana in the sight of all lords of Weeping Town. The guests have finally arrived. All is ready. The servants have worked day and night to prepare and decorate the dance hall. Lady Dana's gown is splendid. The castle's never looked lovelier. All of our brothers-in-laws were greeted. I think we might have to white peace, because there's actually physically no way that we can win this war. Which is very unfortunate and not a great start. We can't white peace. We would have to surrender. No. Okay. Well, we'll just sit there in this war then for ages. Here I stand before the Lord of Light, taking a holy vow of marriage with Dana Valerian. Great lords and ladies of Weeping Town, look on as I drape the arms of House Ash around my bride to finally seal our marriage. You know, if I kill him, this war will end, so, I don't have a great chance of killing him, but that does give us an end point for the war. Okay, cool. We're not going to send for a faceless man either. I wonder what will happen in this war. Anyway, I'm not having much luck spying on Lord Alexander. Perhaps I should focus my efforts elsewhere. No, I'm sure he's up to something at some point. Yeah. We'll work out what to do with this war next time. Thank you for watching. As this is the first episode in this series, I would appreciate it if you'd like, comment, share the video. That helps with search ranking, it helps the channel grow, it helps the series grow, and it helps me out a lot. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.